30 days to a new you. A new body, a new diet, a totally new life. I mean, that's the irresistible promise of the 30-day challenge, right? It's become this huge cornerstone of self-improvement. But behind that promise of a quick transformation, what's really going on with these intense, short-term sprints? Let's break it down.
So, here's the big question. Are these challenges the rocket fuel we need for real lasting change? Or are they kind of a psychological trap just setting us up for a crash landing? That's the core question we're tackling in this explainer. First up, you've got the fitness challenges. You know the ones. The appeal here is the structure. Every single push-up, every squat is all mapped out on a calendar, promising this clear, straightforward path to a stronger you. Then you have the diet overhauls. They offer these super strict meal plans, lists of approved foods, and boom, all the guesswork is gone. The promise is so simple. Just follow the rules and you'll get the transformation you've been wanting. And it's not just about health. There are 30-day challenges to rewire your productivity, turning your work habits into this big game with daily quests, all designed to make you a productivity master.
So what is it? What's the magic ingredient that makes these challenges so irresistible? Well, it all boils down to one powerful, incredibly simple promise.
Take a look at this beginner workout plan. Day 1, just 5 jumping jacks, 5 squats. I mean, that's almost impossible to fail, right? By day 30, you're doing 27 of each. This clear, simple progression is the key. It makes a big goal feel completely manageable and just removes all the guesswork. And this quote from a meal plan just captures the appeal perfectly. Everything is mapped out for your success. In a world where we're all suffering from decision fatigue, this is a massive relief. The challenge takes away that mental load. All you have to do is execute. So ultimately, this whole package is just incredibly seductive. It gives you a clear structure, a firm end date, and this really tantalizing vision of a better you. But it's that very finish line that hides the biggest problem.
Because what happens on day 31? This is where we run straight into the willpower trap, the hidden downside of the all-or-nothing sprint.
You know, a lot of these challenges are social. You join a group, you follow a hashtag. But as Theodore Roosevelt once said, comparison is the thief of joy. When you're grinding away on day 15 and you see someone else posting their amazing day 30 results, that tight deadline can suddenly make your own progress feel like failure.
And this gets to the core conflict. On one side, you've got the 30-day challenge. It's an all-or-nothing sprint fueled by sheer willpower. It's basically a pass-or-fail mission. On the other side, you have true habit formation, which is a slow, sustainable system that builds automatic routines. It's not a goal, it's a process of continuous improvement.
And there's a scientific reason why relying just on willpower is a dangerous game. It's this concept called ego depletion. Here's the key idea. Your willpower is like a battery, not a virtue. If you use it all day long to resist snacks, to make tough decisions, to force yourself to work out, that battery drains. By the end of the day, it's exhausted, and you're way more likely to give in.
This exhaustion of willpower is exactly what creates the boom and bust cycle. You have an intense, restrictive 30 days. That's the boom. But when the challenge ends and that structure disappears, you're just left completely burned out. And what often follows is a total return to your old ways. That's the bust.
So, if the 30-day sprint is flawed, what's the alternative? Well, the answer isn't about getting more willpower. It's about understanding the science of how our brains actually form lasting habits.
This is the hidden engine behind every single habit you have. It's a 3-step process called the habit loop. It starts with a cue. Let's say your phone buzzes. That triggers a routine. You check social media. And that gives you a reward, a little hit of novelty and connection. That reward is what tells your brain, hey, let's do that again.
And here's the game-changing insight. The goal isn't to become some hero with superhuman willpower, constantly pushing a boulder uphill. It's to build an automated system by consciously designing these habit loops. The whole point is to make good behaviors so automatic that willpower becomes pretty much irrelevant.
Okay, so how do we take this science and turn it into a practical system? Let's look at the strategies that actually work for the long haul.
The science points to a system built on a few key principles, not a crazy 30-day overhaul. We're talking about starting ridiculously small, designing your environment to make good choices easy, and celebrating every tiny win to keep your brain's reward system engaged.
One of the most powerful techniques is called habit stacking. You don't try to find new motivation, you just link the new habit you want to form with one you already do automatically. For example,
After I brush my teeth in the morning, I will do 2 minutes of stretching. The old habit becomes the cue for the new one. It's so simple.
And as you're defining that new habit, a framework like SMART goals is your best friend. It forces you to move from a vague wish like, I want to be healthier, to a concrete, measurable, and achievable action. It's really the difference between a dream and an actual plan.
This brings us to the most important shift in mindset. It's all about looking beyond that 30-day finish line.
See, the real objective was never to have a perfect, unbroken streak for 30 days. That's a fragile, all-or-nothing game.
The real goal is to build a system of small, sustainable habits that you can stick with even on your worst days. A system that doesn't rely on a big burst of motivation, but on the quiet, consistent power of routine.
So maybe think of a 30-day challenge not as the race itself, but as a test drive for a new habit. The real transformation doesn't happen when you cross that 30-day finish line. It happens when you stop counting the days altogether because it's just a part of your life. So the question isn't, what grand challenge can I conquer next month? It's this: what's the one tiny, ridiculously achievable habit you can start building today?